Hi, my name's Jamie, and this song is called I'll Listen. It's not always easy breaking the silence. I wait for someone to look inside of my head and see that there's not some perfect master plan. There's so many secrets and words unsaid, but it's never too late to break the quiet. Sometimes there's two more steps to making things better, and some days there's one more hill until things get easier. And I can't tell you what is worse, not finding the words, or knowing that the things you have to say just aren't being heard. You can't always be perfect, can't always be strong. It's perfectly normal to speak up and say something's wrong. It's alright to be vulnerable. So I promise you, well, you're never gonna fall. And I can't tell you what is worse, not having the words, or holding back the things you have to say 'cause you're afraid you'll get hurt. And sometimes there's one more step to making something better. Well, talking to someone just makes things so much easier. And nobody's perfect and nobody's flawless, and it's okay to let people see all of your scars, all of your imperfect small things. And I can't tell you right from wrong, but there's steps to moving on. Take a breath, take a step, and I promise you I'll listen. I promise you I'll listen.
Hello, my name is Josiah and I am from Cascade School of Music. This song is dedicated to kids who have needed Kids Center.
Thank you for joining us today for our Healing Hearts virtual program. As a member of the Kids Center Board of Directors and on behalf of our entire board, I am delighted to welcome you to this event and thank those who have made our Healing Hearts program possible. Thank you to our co-presenting sponsors, Brooks Resources and Tenant Developments, for your generosity and leadership. Your support allows us to underwrite the cost of this event so that every single donation we receive today goes directly to helping kids and families. And our supporting sponsors, thank you for your commitment to Kids Center and the children and families of Central Oregon. Thank you. We are so grateful you have joined us today. Earlier this year, we did make the difficult decision to host this event virtually once again. Although we would prefer to gather in person, we felt a virtual event was the safest option for everyone. There is no doubt we still need to raise and meet our goal of raising $150,000 for children and families impacted by child abuse. And with your help, we believe we can reach our goal. We need to keep our doors open for every single child who needs us. We'd also like to thank our team captains. Thanks to you, more members of the community are here today to learn more about Kids Center's important work and help us make a difference in the life of a child. And thank you to Cody Rowe Media and Kids Center staff for creating today's program. Through my involvement on the board over the past 10 years, I have been able to see firsthand the incredible change Kids Center makes for families and children impacted by abuse. I simply can't imagine the despair and isolation that victims of abuse would have to endure all alone if Kids Center didn't exist in our community. Fortunately, Kids Center is here to offer a path of hope, of health and healing through the incredible dedicated work of our talented and passionate team. It is truly a special place, a safe place, and an organization you can be proud to support. To share more about Kids Center, I am so pleased to introduce Gil Levy, Kids Center Executive Director.
Thank you for joining us. The theme of this year's Healing Hearts event is Speak Up, Save a Child. Kids Center is dedicated to ending child abuse in our region, but all of us can play a part in ending abuse. Today's program offers a special window into Kids Center. You'll get a close-up view of what we're doing in the community and learn how we are helping kids heal. We'll also share how you can make a difference by donating, by getting trained, and by using your voice to speak up and save a child. Whether you're new to Kids Center or a longtime supporter, we invite you to be a part of the solution and help us end child abuse, one child at a time. Kids Center serves as Central Oregon's Child Abuse Intervention Center, supporting 6 counties. We provide life-changing services to help kids and families overcome the devastating effects of child abuse. We make it easier for them to get the help that they need by offering multiple services under one roof, from medical evaluations and forensic interviews to therapy and family advocacy. We provide a safe, comfortable, child-friendly space for healing to begin. We also provide curriculum and training so everyone in our community can help keep kids safe. The past 2 years during the COVID-19 pandemic have been challenging for all of us, but for kids experiencing abuse, the pandemic has been devastating. In 2020, when schools and businesses shut down, child abuse reports in Central Oregon dropped an alarming 70%. Not because fewer children were experiencing abuse, but because abuse wasn't being reported. When kids are not in school or out in the community, it's harder for adults to spot and to report abuse. During the peak of the pandemic, the child abuse cases that were reported often involved more extreme physical injuries, more likely to be discovered when children were brought to the emergency room. These cases indicate that many children were in dangerous situations that went undetected for far too long. Once schools reopened in 2021, abuse reports began to rise once again, and Kids Center started receiving more referrals for service. And these referrals are still rising in 2022. We've increased our staffing at Kids Center so we can see more children more rapidly, and yet our appointments for evaluations are still currently booked out over a month. As our region's population continues to grow, we must be ready to meet the needs of our community. With your help, we can do that. Every year, we serve hundreds of children, and we do this in collaboration with our many community partners. We value our partners for their commitment, their expertise, and their support. Our partnership model enables Kids Center to fully serve family in one central location and to minimize trauma for children by drastically reducing the number of times a child must tell their story. Let's hear from some of our community partners now.
kids are being exploited, kids are being hurt. I think even though it's a gorgeous place, it's like not unlike other places where there are things happening to young people that call upon adults to take a more active role in protecting them.
I think that even though Bend is a beautiful place, bad people exist and they're here, and law enforcement working in partnership with Kids Center to provide them a chance to tell their story and then to give them services so they can be successful afterwards.
I've seen these kids in the beginning and they look empty and there's not a lot of hope there. And then you see them go through the process at the Kids Center and work with those wonderful people, and you see them get the strength and you see them look brighter.
I think Kids Center is really important to kids in our community because during a period in their life that they're going through the most difficult thing, which is child abuse, Kids Center pulls all the community partners together to make sure that we're wrapping our services around the child in a synergistic way to help them towards healing, recovery, and stabilization.
Law enforcement sees kids on their worst day, and Kids Center provides a place where kids can come tell their story in an environment that's conducive to them.
Kids Center is important to kids in our community here because it's a safe and welcoming place to walk into. It's a place where kids know that they will feel heard and their information will be believed. And one of the great things about families connecting with Kids Center in particular is they can feel an ongoing level of support.
So Kids Center is essential to the successful prosecution of any child abuse case, whether it's the medical examination, forensic interview, or expert testimony presented at trial. Kids Center provides a prosecutor all the tools necessary to successfully prosecute a case.
So what I see is that Kids Center has been able, time and time again, to be that helping hand.
Kids Center works with multiple counties in the surrounding area and provides the same level of service, whether you're right here close to home or out in the neighboring counties.
I think it's a shared responsibility, but they're certainly leading the way. They're the ones who bring everyone together. Kids Center helps us do is to stay focused as a community about protecting the most vulnerable people.
We should all support Kids Center because without them, I don't think we'd be successful.
We should all support Kids Center because they provide high-quality forensic interviews, medical exams, and mental health therapy to kids in our community who have gone through some of the worst trauma in their life and are on the road to recovery and healing.
We should all support Kids Center because Kids Center is the single greatest tool we have to combat child abuse in our community.
Without them, without their collaboration, without their vision, we wouldn't be closer to ending that and protecting children in our community.
Because of Kids Center, the kids in our community will always have a chance. They'll always be resilient and able to grow into their true selves.
We get to step back and allow kids to heal and move forward, which may be the most important part of the Kids Center's full package of services, is really giving kids the opportunity to be healed and to be made whole.
Because of Kids Center, the kids in our community feel safe to disclose past incidences of abuse and trauma and know that someone is there to listen and help keep them safe going forward.
In the time that I've been in this community working, that I have had nothing but great experiences working with the Kids Center staff. I feel that they are able to see the big picture. I think they know what true collaboration is. They provide high quality service. And if there's an organization you want to support in town, if you care about children, if you care about a safe community, it's Kids Center.
We are so grateful to all our partners. By being here today, you are a partner as well. By learning more about child abuse and the services Kids Center offers, you are gaining awareness and education that could help save a child's life. It's our dream to end child abuse. While that might seem far off today, we can work towards that goal one child at a time. Last year, 345 children came to Kids Center for child abuse evaluations, which opened the door to healing for each of them. All of Kids Center services are free to families, including our transformative therapy program. Therapy is powerful. We employ a range of therapy techniques to help children and families overcome trauma. Let's take a closer look at our therapy program and meet our team of therapists.
Therapy through the Kids Center is extremely important for the healing, both for the kids that come in and for the caregivers. They're often in crisis. They don't really know how to move forward or if they can move forward, and therapy gives them a sense of hope.
The intention of therapy is to support the client in the room, and what we truly want is for these individuals to not be defined by their abuse.
We work with children who've experienced abuse, their parents. We also work with older teens, young adults. It's a collaborative process with the therapist and the families. And that's what makes, I think, our therapy team so unique, is that we don't have to have any sort of structure with that.
Having a therapist of the day is really important when kids come in to the Kids Center, because it offers a time where we can meet with the caregiver and answer questions about any concerns that they might have. We also are able to just provide support that they may not have otherwise.
I have found so many times that by being able to be there for the families on the day of, that it has really been able to reinforce and engage them into therapy here, which really wouldn't have happened otherwise.
Here at Kids Center, we hold pride and value in offering therapy to the entire family, and not just the individual who has experienced that abuse firsthand.
Yes, of course we want to provide therapy to the individual who's experienced the abuse, but the thing is that child didn't experience it by themselves. There's a whole entire family system or family dynamic at play. And so by reinforcing healthy patterns for parents, for siblings, it really helps the whole family heal, and that's what's going to help the individual.
It's important that everyone in the family is feeling supported, so they can support each other when they're at home and have the knowledge that they need to continue to navigate different behaviors that may come about from the trauma.
The Kids Center incorporates a lot of different modalities to therapy. It's not your traditional talk therapy, and it can't be, because we're working with families who've experienced trauma. One modality in particular is EMDR, eye movement desensitization reprocessing. Long word, but essentially it's bringing your eyes left and right, and it incorporates your working memory while bringing up emotions. It's one way that we can access what's going on without having to have that individual reshare their story. It's really vast the way that we can help families.
The experience of therapy offers the opportunity for healing, and offers the opportunity for an individual to become aware, or to remember, or to regain their sense of resilience and hope. Families are always welcome back to Kids Center and participate in therapy for as long as they need it.
Without people donating to the Kids Center, we would not be able to provide therapy to the kids and the families that come through the Kids Center.
You truly are helping us provide like a long-term service to families.
We all experience barriers in our life, and we don't want a financial barrier to be one of them.
I love being a therapist at the Kids Center because I get to meet people where they're at, and it often is in a time of crisis and they are feeling powerless. And through therapy, they're able to gain their power back.
I truly love what I do because every day I witness the resilience and the strength of the youth and families that come through Kids Center.
I love being able to provide therapy, and the part of therapy that I love so much is being able to walk alongside people as they figure out what they need to heal and to thrive ultimately. And that's a pretty amazing gift.
We are so grateful to have such skilled and compassionate staff at Kids Center. Thanks to the generosity of donors, sponsors, and supporters like you, we can employ a group of such expertly trained professionals. Pre-pandemic, the average cost of a comprehensive child abuse evaluation here was $4,000. These costs are rapidly rising as we strive to keep our standard of care at the highest level. For 28 years, we have provided these services at no cost to families, ensuring that money is never a barrier to their healing. This degree of equity and accessibility for every Central Oregon family is only possible because of the generosity of people in our community like you. As an independent nonprofit organization, we run on community support. To show the true impact your gift will make, we've invited one mother to share her story of how Kids Center made a difference for her family.
Earlier this year, my daughter told her favorite teacher, Miss B, that she had been molested over the course of 5 years by a family member. It was shocking. It was absolutely shocking to learn of this news. I had no indication, I had no suspicion. It was just shocking news. It helped actually that my daughter told a mandatory reporter, because it took the situation out of my hands. I didn't have to worry about how to deal with that family member or the person who had committed the crime. I called the police. I called Child Protective Services, and I called the Kids Center, and they did a fantastic job of getting a team. And it is a team. It's a collaborative effort in this community to have the police there, therapists there, forensic interviewer there. And the Kids Center just offered so much support. It's a difficult interview for a family to go through, right? The whole situation is horrifying, but the interview itself, which is several hours, is just so difficult. And you get to do it in this place that is warm and inviting, and there are lovely people who are just very supportive. It's freeing in a way to be able to come to someone who knows and has some experience dealing with the things that you're dealing with. My daughter has very much enjoyed it. She feels so comfortable here. Literally this week, when she came out of therapy, she started blabbing. We weren't even out of the building, and she was so excited about her therapy session. It was great. I mean, it was great to see. I thought I was just getting a teenager who was getting moody last year, but then once she was able to reveal what was really happening with her and is coming to the Kids Center, she is like a new kid. My daughter is resilient. She is resilient, she is strong, she is just a delightful child. But resilient would be if I had to pick one word, I would say that was her. So the atmosphere at the Kids Center is very warm and very welcoming. From the minute you walk in the door, people are friendly and say, "How are you?" and know your name. It's hard to describe the best thing, to be honest. But it is that it's here. The best thing about the Kids Center is that it's here, and it is a tremendous resource for families like my family. Tremendous resource.
As we've seen here today, it not only takes a village to raise a child, but it also takes a village to protect a child. That's why Kids Center is so important. Kids Center provides extraordinary care and attention to the most vulnerable children in our community. These are the children, along with their families, who need our help the most. We are so fortunate to have this resource in our community. We are so fortunate to have teachers like Miss B who give our kids a voice. We are so fortunate to have a place that not only cares for kids who've experienced abuse, but also strives to end abuse through regional prevention. We can't do it without friends and supporters like you. I invite you to join me in making a gift today in any amount that is meaningful to you. If you're watching this program, it's clear that you care about children in our community. It means that you want children to get the help they need to heal from abuse. Kids Center can give these kids the hope and healing they deserve. Every gift, regardless of the amount, makes Kids Center's work possible and available to every child who needs us. We have a big goal, a goal to raise $150,000, but that is because we have a big vision. We want to be here for every child who needs us, right when they need us. Today is an ideal day to join our Healing Hearts Society with a gift of $1,000 or more. And we are excited to share that a longtime friend has pledged a $25,000 match for the first 25 gifts at this level. What an incredible gift. We are so grateful. In keeping with the spirit of our Healing Hearts event, we invite everyone watching to make your gift right now in one of the following ways. Visit kidscenter.org and click Donate to make your gift online. Or give through your team captain's page or your personal fundraising page if you have one. Or mail a check to Kids Center at 1375 Northwest Kingston Avenue, Bend, Oregon 97703. Or call 541-383-5958. If you already gave, thank you. Consider sharing this opportunity with family or friends who might want to give and change lives. Your gift, in any amount, is truly appreciated.
Thank you. 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 Gracias. Tico. Thank you. Thank you.
Today, we hope you have been inspired to partner with Kids Center and to do what you can to help us end abuse. Just by joining us for today's Healing Hearts event, you've made a difference. You've become more aware of how Kids Center serves the community. Share what you've learned today with others. Start a conversation with friends, family, teachers, coaches, and faith leaders. You never know who might need our services. Earlier, we heard from a mother whose child was saved by a caring teacher who made a report. Let's hear from that teacher, Miss B, about her thoughts on speaking up to save a child.
Hi, I'm Miss B, and I'm the teacher that was a part of this powerful story. And I'm hoping that by hearing this story, people will realize the importance of making a call when they see or suspect potential child abuse. I think it's really important that we as teachers and mandated reporters remember that we are often the voice that the children rely on when they themselves aren't able to make that call. And I'm glad that in this case, Kids Center was able to step in and take over all the rest of the steps after having made that call, and that this student was able to have the right support step in and help her to move positively forward, that the abuse was able to stop, and she's able to get the help necessary so that she can move on and be successful in her life. So I encourage all people to make sure that they make that call when they suspect or when they see abuse happening, whether it's at school or at home or any place in life. But know that when you speak up, you may just save a child's life.
Miss B is absolutely right. It is up to us adults to stop abuse. And one of the main ways we can stop abuse is by getting trained in child abuse prevention. It is easy to sign up and attend a virtual or in-person training. All of our community trainings are now free. Visit kidscenter.org to find all the trainings we offer. From our Safety Net internet safety training, to our Darkness to Light training to prevent child sexual abuse, or our Let's Talk About It training, which helps parents and caregivers talk to kids about their bodies and what's common as kids grow and develop. These trainings will help you better protect the children in your life and empower you to speak up and save a child that might be experiencing abuse. If you work with kids, have kids or grandkids, or just see kids out in the community, make it a priority to get trained. Go to kidscenter.org and sign up today. The more adults we train in our community, the safer kids are. April is National Child Abuse Prevention Month. The Blue Ribbon Campaign highlights the power of prevention each April. This campaign is coordinated by Kids Center and our friends at Mountain Star Family Relief Nursery. Every year, Kids Center and Mountain Star select and honor community partners who have demonstrated an outstanding commitment to preventing child abuse and neglect in Central Oregon. These partners have embraced prevention by training staff, volunteers, members, students, clients, and each organization chosen this year has dedicated valuable resources and time to create a safer community for children. As part of our 2022 Blue Ribbon Campaign, we are proud to recognize the following organizations as our Prevention Partners of the Year. From Crook County Library and Crook County School District. From Deschutes County, Westside Church, and OSU Cascade's Human Development and Family Sciences Department. From Jefferson County, Good Shepherd Lutheran Church, and St. Mark's Episcopal Church. Congratulations for your outstanding efforts to train adults to speak up and save a child. The winners of our 3 prizes are: if you gave a gift today, thank you. If you're considering signing up to take a child abuse prevention training, thank you. If you learned something new today, thank you. Only together can we create a safe community for our children. It takes all of us. To close today's program, the children of Cascade School of Music would like to share this special piece.
Hi, my name's Jamie.
And I'm Maddie Joy.
And these songs are dedicated to the children who've needed the Kids Center. Haven't always been this way. Wasn't born a renegade. Felt alone, still feel afraid. Stumble through it anyway. I wish someone had told me that this life is ours to choose. No one's handing you the keys or a book with all the rules. The little that I know I'll tell to you. When they dress you up in lies and you're left naked with the truth, and you throw your head back and spit in the wind, let the walls crack, 'cause it lets the light in. Let them drag you through hell, they can't tell you and change who you are. And that's all I know so far. And when the storm's out, you run in the rain, put your sword down, dive right into the pain. Stay unfiltered and loud, you'll be proud of that skin full of scars. That's all I know so far. That's all I know so far.
You might give yourself away, pay full price for each mistake. But when the candy coating hides your darkest days, you can cut yourself loose and use that rage. And I wish someone would have told me that this darkness comes and goes. People will pretend, but baby girl, no teach you how to fly, that I